Yeah, server meshing is
Yeah,
big.
all
It's a new
right.
technology. I think it will be implemented in the RiotMMO in some fashion.
I hope so. If it makes mega servers an actually viable thing, like, and not how they are on, other MMOs that we know of, then I'm all for that.
Maybe we talk about that first. I feel like that piqued your interest. So server meshing, what it
Yeah.
is basically is picture this. So you know how you have a single server for the whole world, like for Azeroth or for Runeterra, you'd have a single server, and that would host in Classic WoW would be all the players on that server. And anyone on that server, if you're in all the way in Elwyn Forest, or you're all the way in Orgrimmar, or in the Runeterra's case, if you're all the way in the city of Demacia or you're in Noxus, it doesn't matter. You're on the same server, right? In Classic, that doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's one server. In retail, it's a
Mhm.
couple servers that mesh together. That like not really
Yeah.
mesh together, but server, whatever they call it, server
Yeah, you
sharding.
flow in and out of different, essentially, like, servers. Yeah,
Yeah.
your character, without you even knowing, will hop between miniature servers to balance out the population so there's no lag from,
Yep.
like, overpopulated areas, to kind of spread people out. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like
And
it
so
personally. I think it really hurts MMOs.
I hate it. I mean, even the word sharding, I think of actual shart, like when you
It's
shart in real life, like sharding, not sharding. It's like a D, but it could pass as a T to me. Every time I hear it, I think someone's sharding. So it's not a good
Yeah, whoever
experience.
came up with that term, I feel like even they did not like sharding. It
Probably not.
helps. It hurts more than it helps the game, in my opinion. I would rather have a freaking lag fest, honestly, than what
I
sharding does
agree.
to the community in MMORPGs.
Yeah, I agree. You need a server community is so important. And
So
I actually
important.
think even the word server and community is going to be null and void with this new technology. Like we talk so much, me and you have talked so much about how important it is that when you see someone, like you're experiencing the world and you see those people and they become recognizable, like you want to hear about people, like there was this, I remember some freaking feral druid on Classic WoW that people were talking about that was killing everyone. Like this guy was just ganking people, and so it was, I forgot the name, but there was a specific feral druid that everyone knew this person was killing people consistently. Like that's their whole thing is they just kill people, and it doesn't matter what level you are. Like if they see you, they're gonna kill you. Uh,
My
and like
God.
they developed a name for themselves on the Classic WoW servers, on the R
Yeah,
server,
stuff like that
right?
happens all the time.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
on
dude, and
whatever it was called. I forgot the name too. Globulus,
Worm
right?
Rest? Oh,
No,
Grobulus. Yeah,
Globulus.
Grobulus is like, that's the pinnacle of what an MMO server should be like, right?
Yeah,
At least for me. I mean, especially watching, shout out to Barney B's videos on YouTube.
yeah,
Dude, his Scarab Lord series, that encapsulates, like, the perfect, like, MMO experience in my eyes. Is
yeah.
that it was an experience entirely, like, 99% community driven. That 1% was just Blizzard laying out, the landscape for these people to play on. Other than that, it was a
Yep.
freaking chess game between these guilds. And you can't do that with stuff like sharding, because everyone's freaking teleporting all over the place.
It's
Nobody
literally
knows
impossible.
what actual layer of the server they're on. Everyone's on different layers of the server. So, like, it ruins experiences like that. And that's what I want out of an MMO. So sharding just completely takes away, like, the peak experience you can have in an MMORPG, in my opinion.
Yeah. And so this new technology, right? What it does, obviously everything needs to be run somewhere. Like it needs a server. Server meshing doesn't take away the servers. But it really is the
Hmm.
same as your home where you mesh a network, right? It doesn't take away your internet box, but it meshes the network to the point where if you're on the first floor, you're connecting to that first floor mesh network, right? You're connecting that one Google Mesh puck. If you're on the second floor, if
Hmm.
you put a mesh puck there, you connect there. Third floor, you connect there. But it's all on the same network. Now, the way
Yeah.
meshing works is basically, let's say that you're in Demacia versus you're in High Silvermere, which are very close together, right? And each server originally, let's say each server holds 10,000 people. Well, with server meshing, you would have 10,000 people in Demacia and 10,000 people in High Silvermere. Those would be the same world, the same server. And let's say someone from High Silvermere is looking into Demacia, you'd see all the people that are in Demacia, but they would technically be on a different server. Like you could be standing at the
Whoa.
gates of Demacia looking in, and you'd see everyone in Demacia. Like it'd be as if you're there, but they would technically, that would all be being rendered on a different server than what you're on. And it's seamless. Like you walk through, the second you step into Demacia, you're now on the City of Demacia server versus you were on the High Silvermere server or wherever you are around Demacia, whatever they want to, Jandali, which is pretty close to Demacia too. That's how server
Man.
meshing is. And so it takes away the fact that it's now different servers and everyone is on the same world, but different servers render different areas. If you're a World of Warcraft player, which I feel like a lot of RiotMMO players would be World of Warcraft players transferring over, this would be like
Yeah.
if you're in Stormwind City versus Elwyn Forest. Elwyn Forest would be a separate server than Stormwind, and you're looking in, but you're on a different server when you're in Elwyn, but you could still see everything happening in Stormwind, even though that's being done on a different server. So the person could be in Stormwind on a different server, having a /say conversation with you in Elwyn Forest, and you're actually on different servers, but it's like you're on the same server. You wouldn't even notice.
Man, that's insane. Cause like if the servers are like, you know, these separate servers taking place in separate areas, if they're communicating that much, I wonder what the actual difference is between those servers. You know what I mean? Like if they're communicating so much to the point where you can see the other players on the other server and seeing what they're doing and everything like that, I wonder how that properly like spreads out the load of, you know, player interaction and things like that across the different servers.
Yeah,
If they're all
I think
communicating
it's to
to
the
that degree.
point that, let's say that you shoot a missile, right? And you're on one server, the animation for that missile when you're loading it and like shooting it out will be rendered on your server. The second it crosses into the other server and does the damage to that person, that damage is being done by the other server. And so they're actually partialing out the load of your single shoot, like your single animation, you shooting whatever, that's all done on two separate servers. But it's so seamless the way they integrate together, the way they're transferring data that you won't even notice.
That's insane. If
Right.
that happens, yeah, that's huge because yeah, now there's like practically no limit other than like, you know, monetary cost. And I'm sure if you have too many servers on one world, that would cause issues. But like,
Yeah.
this sounds
But you can
borderline
choose.
limitless. Like,
Yeah, it is, because you could technically split Demacia into two separate servers if you wanted. I mean, it's two separate servers, but they're meshed together. Let's say Demacia is too much. There's too many people in Demacia to the point where this 10,000 cap for this server is being overutilized. Well, okay, we'll split Demacia in half. Now 20,000 people can be in Demacia. And now it's just half Demacia is one server and half of Demacia is another server, but they're meshed, so no one will ever know.
man, dude.
Now we're talking something crazy. Now we're talking like, okay, this is a freaking world at this point that you're entering the same world as everyone. And obviously it's going to be like a US, you know, world. And
Yeah, it's going to be US and there's going to be like, I'm assuming
South
a
America.
Chinese server. It's going to be EU. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like the
assume they're still
Chinese
gonna
gold
have those,
farmers
but,
will
like-
be on the China server, that kind of thing.
Yeah.